we're back with another one, and it's time to do our hair. We have this beautiful wig from Arabella. Of course, I will have it linked in my Amazon storefront. So we about to install this bad boy right now. They got this nice little bag. Let me open it up. There's no goodies in here. I don't like that. But my wig is in here, so I'm gonna pull this out. Ooh. Band is here with it, and this is, I'm guessing, because it's glueless, and it comes in a beautiful net. So let's take this off. I wanted to do like a short look. Now I'm kind of rethinking it. This is a short wig, but it's all right. We're gonna make it work. And it's pre-plucked and everything. Gotta do nothing. Look at that paw. Look at that paw. Ooh, I thought this was a 5x5. Baby, this is a 13x4. Okay, see, everything is good. Like, it's plucked to perfection. I'm probably gonna go in just a little bit more. Knots are bleached, so it's good for me to go. So let's get this show on the road and get this hair installed, because baby, I'm looking like meat meal. So I'm just plucking behind the hairline and a little bit in front of the hairline, so it doesn't look so prominent, you know, like it'll go like this and then have that, you know. I'm trying to just take that away a little bit. As far as going crazy, no, because it looks really nice right now. So I'm just trying to go behind the hairline. It's really you. So y'all know how we do already. Face gotta already be washed. I washed the wig, plucked it. We're gonna put it on. Right, here we go. Now, do you see this? Remember when I showed you guys the wig the first time? Now look at how much fluffier, how much more body this wig has after you wash it. Do not, unless you necessarily have to, do not put your wigs and your weave right on top of your head. There is so much chemicals that come on it. Once you get it in the mail or you buy it in the store and you run it underwater one time, and you will see that the water doesn't even get penetrated by the water. You know what I mean? So make sure you're washing. It's gonna be so much more better when it comes to styling and the way it looks. Trust me. Look at this. Ooh, I don't know how I'm gonna style this, but we're gonna figure it out after we lay it on. All right, so we got our wig. We got the meat millies going on, okay? I'm gonna take my beeswax, put it on my finger, and go ahead and go along my hairline. That way, my edges aren't crunchy, and also they will be protected from the glue. And nicely tucked under my wig cap. I'm gonna go ahead and take this comb and brush my hair back. Well, comb, but you know what I mean. All right, so we got that. Now we're gonna move on. I'm gonna take my first wig cap and I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my head. I'm gonna put two, because if you guys watched the last install, you guys know that I sew it onto my head, and having two of them kind of helps the first one not move, you know. Go ahead and put this on. Trying to make sure it's exactly how I want it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sew this down a little bit and then put on the second one so you guys could just watch. Putting the second wig cap on. I'm gonna take it through the layer and then bring it down and then start sewing from the back, and you guys can start. You're gonna put your foundation on your cap and on your wig. Take my regular foundation onto a powder puff, and I just go ahead and I pat that on. Well done. Now I'm gonna do the same thing inside my wig, and I'll be back. We got our wig. Inside the cap has makeup. I'm gonna go ahead and brush this back, right? I'm gonna take my wax stick from Kiss. You see along the hairline, I'm gonna go ahead and put this along the hairline because I'm going to use my hot comb and silk press it back. I just like to rub it in a little bit to get it all the hairs back. I'm gonna go in with my hot comb. All right. Because I don't have the wig on the wig head, I'm going to hot comb it while it's on my head. Baby, you know it's serious when you smell burnt wood, okay? This hot comb is hot, okay? And I'm gonna use it to really get the hair slicked back. If you need to raise the lace from your skin to go ahead and do it, do that, okay? Is to get the hair nice and slick back so that when we go ahead and glue, it is out of our wig. Perfect. All right, we got that hot comb back, right? I'm gonna go ahead and take my stick, do it one more time to get away the strays, just like we did before. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use it along the hairline because when we're gluing down, we don't want anything in our way, okay? To go ahead and really catch any hairs that may be lingering and push that bad boy back. Now I'm gonna just bring it along my hairline to kind of get an idea of how I want to put it on my head, how I want to cut it, if I want to pluck it more, right? So as you can see, I really love the way this side is plucked, like how it's plucked too. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This is a glueless wig, right? So you see how it's on really snug right now? I literally could leave it, like cut the lace and go ahead and style it. But I want a more firm application. Parting it down the middle. So that I can have a clear understanding of where I want my ear tabs to be cut. I want to make sure it's even on both sides. So that's definitely not the middle, but it's sort of kind of like the middle. And I find that I never part in the middle, but I don't care. Argue with your mammy. Go ahead and cut. So because I needed to come down this side, and you see how when I pull it, this side is down, and when I pull this side, it's not coming down as much as I need it to. And I also don't want it to pull off of my head. I'm going to, if you can see, this is where the lace stops, right? And where the lace stops is where you see hair. I'm gonna go ahead and cut behind this, and that will help me bring it forward. I don't want to cut the wefts, I just want to cut the lace. Take my scissor and cut the back until I can feel it through my ear tab, the back of my ear. So now you see how I cut that, and now it's in front of my ear, which is perfect. I'm gonna do the same thing for this side. I'm gonna move the hair that's in the frontal to the front. As you can see, this is where all the wefts are. This is where the lace starts. I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting here just a little bit. And then I should feel it, and it's gonna go behind my ear smooth. Now I can go ahead and bring it down to glue how I need to glue it. I have a clear depiction. Exactly how it is on my head right now is exactly how I want to lay it down. Now it's time to get our glue so we can, so I have a clear depiction of where I want it. I'm gonna go ahead and fold this up, right? Fold this up. I'm gonna take my Erica J Hold Me Down in Skin Guard because I don't want to use any alcohol to wash my skin, so it's not necessary personally. I'm gonna go ahead and spray that on my hairline and let that dry. Today we're going to be using the 9 to 5 Goat Glue. This is waterproof for sensitive skin. Because baby, as much as I love Erica J's glue, it breaks out my skin. It's very hard for me to like find a glue that kind of doesn't. Let's get this thing going. Glue. If you guys have ever seen the video, you guys know how we put the glue on, okay? I like to put a little bit on the hair, on the wig cap, just so like when I lay it down, it can't move at all, you know? Especially because it's not glued down. I don't know if you notice, I'm only going in the areas, like I'm only making sure I go in the areas that are clear. So you want to make sure it gets as clear as it can before you add another layer. That way it helps a little bit, sure that you can really melt the lace, and also so that you don't have any issues with the lace really sticking to your lace band after you tie it down. Dry, I'll just use something to like fan against it, but air drying works for me, especially when you're using thin layers. If you saw, I make sure I go in dots, and then I use my silicone face mask tool to go ahead and spread it out. After doing this one, this will be my second layer, and then after this, I'm gonna let it dry and do a third layer. You see, it's clear. You want it clear. Now time for the third layer. I'm gonna add one more layer of glue. So it's clear. We're gonna go ahead and lay this down. Bring the front part down. And I'm gonna make sure it's placed exactly how I want it. And I see that this is placed how I want it to be placed. So now I'm gonna go ahead and comb that in. And now I have to make sure it's like that with the rest. So I'm making sure that it's pulled down properly and it's exactly where I want it to be. And as I'm looking at it, I see that it is. And what I like to do, I like to finger my fingers through to make sure I don't feel any lumps, because it could look perfectly fine right here. And then when you go in, there's lumps. And if there's lumps, that means that it's not laid down properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my comb and I'm going to keep pressing the lace into the glue. I'm going to keep pressing the lace into the glue. I'm going to keep pressing the lace into the glue. And if there's some parts that didn't get glue, it's okay. All right, you just want to get this part down pat first, and then you can focus upon all the other things. You want to make sure you get it pressed in really good first, and then you could go ahead and cut the lace and, you know, fix any extra areas that you need to with adding any extra glue. So I'm just going to go ahead and get that up. I'm trying to make sure I Have my sideburns down. And I'm really pressing. I'm using the back and I'm pressing in. Got that nice and pressed into our glue. We're going to go ahead and cut our lace. And then once we cut our lace, then we could determine where it needs extra glue. Get your razor. You see this bad boy? Now I'm going to go ahead and put a line down the middle. I'm lifting it up from my skin. And I'm making sure my thumb is underneath it. That way I don't press into my skin. And I'm going to go ahead and put a cut down the middle. Now I'm just going to jag that in front of the hair. And as I jag it in front of the hair, I'm also going to help by tugging at this lace that's already cut to kind of give it more of a rugged, unclean look when you get up close, which is really going to help the lace when you add the extra glue. And you see I'm taking my time and following the lace and trying my best to not fuck it up. Now, as you can see, my lace is now cut, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the extra glue. How you'll know where it needs extra glue? First of all, well, you can't really see it from here, but if you come up close, you can see that it's up. But also another trick is if you pull the hairs back a little bit, you'll see where lifts up and you'll see where needs glue. That's the best way. I'm gonna use my rat tail comb and I'm going to add the glue to that to go ahead and put underneath. So I'm just gonna put the glue onto the end of the rat tail comb. And I'm gonna lift back the lace and put it underneath where it needs. And when you spread it out, it should get clear really fast. And you wanna add the same 3 layers, that way it can get really melted. The glue is on the end of the rat tail comb. All of the parts that have no glue to get it nicely done. And the good thing about using the rat tail comb is you can turn it, like turn it up under the lace. That way it can really catch any lace that's up, even if it doesn't look like it's up, and it could really get underneath there and it's gonna really help melt it. Just lifting back the glue, lifting back the lace, and spreading it onto my skin. I'm gonna let it get clear before we lay it down. Need some glue too. Under here, add the layers, that way it can dry. Try your best not to get it on the lace, but instead get it on your skin. If you do get it on the lace, it's okay. I'm gonna try our best to get it on the skin. If you get it on the lace, try to rub it out just a little bit and transfer it to your skin. Let it dry and get clear, and then we're gonna lay it down. Okay. So as you can see, it's really clear. So we're gonna go ahead, push any hairs back, right? Press our lace into the glue. And then after that, any extra lace that you have there, you could go ahead and cut. I'm pressing that lace into the glue. I'm holding the hair back and I'm bringing the lace down into the glue. And I'm gonna keep doing that all around. And this one, I'm just gonna pull down a bit further and press into the glue. And right here, what I'm doing is making sure all the hair is out the lace and the lace is down. So all of the lace all around feels amazing. There's literally only, you'll know, because take your finger and go against the lace and see if you feel any lace pull up. If you don't feel any lace pull up, then you're good. So right here is really good. Over here is where I feel some more lace being lifted up. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more glue under there. I'm not gonna add 3 and so layers because it's only like a little bit of lace. I'm gonna just put the glue on the back of my spoolie. Not the back of my spoolie, goodness gracious. Comb. And I'm gonna go ahead and go, I'm just gonna bring it underneath where it needs glue. And I'm gonna press it in with my finger. And it'll be good once I tie it down. Thing feels amazing. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the hair behind my ears. I'm gonna take the hair up and clip it. All right, so I've been liking not adding baby hairs as of lately because I feel like it just makes my hairline a lot better. So you want to take your spritz. You want to be ready. Okay, and you're gonna take it. Get your band ready. I like to just put it on my shoulder. Your spritz, and how you're gonna do it? You're gonna spray it in on your finger like that. You see how there's a little bit, and then you're gonna take, dab it, and then tie down. Okay? All right. Get ready. It's like the Olympics. You ready? Spritz on finger. I'm gonna come close, and then all I'm gonna do is press that into my lace. I'm not spraying it on my lace. I'm just pressing it into my lace. And you see how different that makes it look? It really creates like an instant melt. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and tie it down. Gonna take it, pull it out wide. And tie this bad boy down. You want to make sure all of your lace is covered. And then I like to pat it in a little bit. And then voila, we all good. Now to style the hair. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take it off to see if I need to fix it or if it's good. Yeah. I want to take my time. I like to take my time and take it off. It's looking amazing. All right, so we have our lace laid up. As you can see, I kind of started a little bit. I think I want a side part and I want a lot of layers. This looks really good. I hope this helped you guys learn how to lay your lace. Good. Now over here it's because it's like excess lace, so I can go ahead and cut that, but I'm gonna just use some makeup to fix that because I really don't want to move it, honestly. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this extra lace. I can't believe this. Parker and Professor Ogilvy getting married. So let's go ahead and style this. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. I just want to do my razor and I'm gonna add layers into the hair. I'm gonna start from the top. This bad boy up. What I am going to do, I'm going to part this how I want to part it. Let me bring it closer for y'all. I'm gonna part this how I want it parted. I think this is good. I may add a little bit of baby hair. We gonna see, but for now we could keep it like this. On a sharp pot. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it. So I'm gonna part it down the middle from the back and bring it to the front. And so I'm gonna bring it out like this. Take my scissors. I have shears, but they're far from me right now. So I'm gonna just take these scissors and I'm gonna try and create a nice solid line going down. Cutting from right here down. It's kind of hard, but framed a little bit. So I'm gonna start right here and I'm gonna cut. I'm cutting at an angle. And then I'm gonna just take my time and go down. So as you can see, it's getting like this. So I'm spreading it out a bit so I can get a clear perspective on what I'm doing. And now that I'm here, it's good. I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of get the bottom nice and straight. All together to just make sure it's leveled how I want it. And I'm feeling it. Okay, so now we're gonna style it. Sit back. To touch somebody, touch me. To love somebody, love me. To trust somebody, you trust me. More than not somebody, cause you know they want my body, want my yeah. Somebody come get. This just might have to be the style. What you think? Like, I'm feeling it. You know? And I got 90s day at work. So it's kind of like, yeah. What you think? What you think? It's different. It's cute. Normally it would be like the short piece, but I think I really like this long piece that is given. We'll see in one time, but as far as that, let's keep going. So look my body like that. My body like that. Nobody like that.